Welcome to this episode of the Reddit Chronicles, where OP doesn't want to take care of his nieces and nephews. Our first story is by Green Implement 6462. Am I the butthole for telling my sisters to take care of their own effing kids? I'm 24 male, the youngest of my parents' three kids. My older sisters are Sarah, 28, and Liv, 26. Sarah and Liv were BFFs growing up, always together, shared everything. The whole TV trope of close sisters. That was my sisters. The other part that was very TV like was their anti boy rhetoric and specifically anti brother. They never liked me for being near them, and they'd always say I was embarrassing to them, that I was gross, which I wasn't dirty or anything, that they wanted sisters and not brothers, that boys weren't allowed to play whatever games they were playing. It hurt my feelings as a kid, and they were punished for being cruel on occasion. Not all the time, but it happened a few times, and I know our parents got concerned enough to try therapy, both individual for us all and family therapy together. It was in family therapy when my sisters loudly proclaimed they would never love me or want a brother. They said boys are disgusting and nobody wants them, and they wanted someone to come and take me away forever so they never had to see me again. My parents put a lot of focus into giving me outside focuses too, so that the stuff with my sisters wouldn't destroy me. It wasn't always perfect. I did wish at a younger age that my sisters would care, but I had friends, hobbies, activities, and stuff to keep me distracted, and my parents kept working on my sister's treatment of me because it went beyond just not being close. Their attitude towards me did not change. I was very much in the not family camp when Sarah got married and when Sarah and then Liv started having babies. I was not included or invited to anything, even to meet their kids when they were born. I was not sent any announcements. My parents and other families got those. I'm not even their social media friend slash follower. They both have accounts sent to permission needed to follow. I'm truly over it them by now. I know nothing will change, and honestly, I don't want to, and F the whole don't hold kids' actions against them because they have not been kids for years. Now they have some kids that are a bit older, and both sisters want to work. They tried to share a nanny and babysitter, but I guess they got tired of paying for both for different occasions. So they approached me to be a babysitter. They told me I should help take care of their kids since I'm supposed to be family or whatever. I asked if they were serious, and then I rolled my eyes at them hard. They said I had a crappy attitude. I told them they can take their care of their own effing kids, and they won't be using me after 24 years of not wanting my existence to go away. They accused me of being as bad as them for responding in the way that I did. Am I the butthole? OP, you get an easy 0 out of 5 buttholes. Your sisters are just trying to bully you into watching their kids after bullying you as a kid. If they had treated you as a loved family member when you were younger, maybe you would feel some duty to help them now. But they treated you like dirt and now want your help? No, sir. They get 4 out of 5 buttholes for not only treating you badly as a kid, but for their entitlement as adults. Our next story is from Traditional Honey 19. Am I the butthole for failing to take care of my sister's dog while she was in labor? I'm 21, and my older sister, 25, and I have always been close, but we tend to clash because she's a perfectionist and gets hostile when things don't go her way. One night she called to say she was going into labor and asked me to watch her puppy. I agreed, and she gave me detailed instructions, including putting the dog in a safety harness when taking him outside. Later, I took the dog out and brought him back in, but I hadn't fully taken off his harness when he ran towards the living room where my mom was on FaceTime with my sister's boyfriend. I finished taking the harness off, but minutes later, I got angry texts from my sister accusing me of mistreating her dog because he was still in the harness for a few extra minutes. Her boyfriend had seen it on the FaceTime call and told her. She then called yelling that I was lazy and unreliable and told me that and my mom to leave her house immediately. She even said we wouldn't meet the baby until we earned her trust back. At 2 a.m., we left, and I asked her boyfriend what was going on when he arrived. He just brushed me off, saying, "We're having a kid. You don't get an explanation." I spent the night comforting my mom, who was really upset, thinking she might not see her grandchild. The next day, my sister called to apologize and blamed her reaction on stress and hormones. She invited us over to meet the baby, so we went. The visit was fine, but afterward she asked why I seemed quiet. I calmly told her how hurt I was after being kicked out, insulted, and threatened. I explained that the situation left a lasting negative memory for everyone. Her boyfriend missed moments at the hospital. My mom was devastated, and now her in laws probably think we can't handle helping her. I just wanted her to acknowledge my feelings. Instead, she got defensive again, saying she stood by everything she said, and that I was disgusting for trying to put a dark cloud over her baby's birth. She then asked me to leave, which I did. We haven't spoken since, and while I understand she's under a lot of stress, I'm left wondering if I'm wrong for wanting my feelings to be acknowledged. Am I the butthole? OP, you get an easy 0 out of 5 buttholes. You're entitled to be upset at your sister's overreaction. She's having a baby and is worried about whether the dog has a harness on inside? Just have the kid and stop micromanaging the dog sitter. Your sister gets 1 out of 5 buttholes for her non apology. You don't get to apologize and then double down on your actions and words. Our next story is from Hot Pomelo 552. Am I the butthole for telling my husband his daughter is embarrassing me? Throwaway to personal info shared. Also change name for privacy. Yesterday I, 30, was chilling at home with my mother-in-law, talking and drinking coffee. When husband 37 arrived, he asked me if I would take his daughter, 12, shopping for a dress. A little bit of context: when he was younger, my husband had a relationship with a woman. Let's call her Sarah, and they had Mary, their daughter. He was having his rebel phase, going against his parents with this relationship, but it did not last. He realized they were way too different as individuals and broke up when Mary was 3. I met my husband 6 years ago and we got married 4 years ago. Our relationship is amazing and I get along extremely well with my in-laws. I was immediately accepted into the family and my mother-in-law treats and introduces me to people as her daughter. As you can imagine, this has caused a lot of drama with Sarah because she never received the same treatment from the family. But truthfully speaking, she is not someone you wish to have in your social circle. Mary and I get along good. Everyone is on the same page that she has a mother and that I'm not trying to replace her. I'm just her father's wife. However, she spends most of her time with her mom, and Sarah is teaching her extremely hippie BS like she should not abide by the expectations society has on women. She should not feel pressured to act, look, or behave as what society considers acceptable, and so on. Mary, therefore, is allowed by her mom to not shower for days in a row, wear dirty clothes, not brush her teeth or hair. This has become her way of living because she refuses to shower or dress properly all the time. It pains me to say, but she should pass for a homeless child if you see her on the street due to her appearance. Back to yesterday. 1 month from now, the entire family will attend a gala where my husband will receive an award. It's an important moment in his career, and he asked me if I will go with his daughter to buy a dress for the event. I told him honestly that I prefer not to. I explained that I really feel embarrassed being seen with Mary in public. She dresses horrible, and most of the time her clothes are dirty, she stinks, and does not brush her hair. Mother-in-law agreed and mentioned to my husband that it would be best if Mary does not attend this event because she will make us look bad in front of all the people that will be present. I was on my mother-in-law's side. Husband was sad, but he also agreed with us and mentioned he will think about it. Am I the butthole? OP, you get 0 buttholes. Your mother-in-law and husband get point 0.5 buttholes. Your mother-in-law needs to talk to your husband about this. Your husband needs to take a bigger role in raising his daughter. His ex is abusing his daughter by encouraging this behavior. It's one thing to not conform to misogynistic societal standards. It's another to not take care of yourself. Your husband's ex gets 4 out of 5 buttholes for being an abusive and lazy parent. Your stepdaughter gets 0 buttholes because she's just a kid who isn't being raised right. Be sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe link. Hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Thanks for watching.